I'm wondering if some of you out there are just like me. You become frantic when something happens in your life that you're not expecting. One of the best known stories in the Bible is when Jesus is asleep on a boat and a big storm hits. The wind is so strong that the waves start coming over the bow of the boat. The little fishing boat is about to go down and the group of disciples are thrown into a panic. They're yelling all kinds of things and they conclude, hey, we are all gonna die. The thing is, they were enjoying this boat ride with the actual Son of God. The King of Kings, the creator of the world, was on their boat, and they should not have had a care in the world. But you know, we are all only human, and we don't always see things from God's perspective. The first thing we do, just like the disciples, is we panic. And I wonder if we're like the disciples and we get it all wrong sometimes. You see, before the chaos broke out on the boat that day, Jesus, well, he had retired to enjoy a good nap in the bottom of the boat when that abrupt storm hit. And even though these men had been with Jesus, I mean living with him, walking with him, witnessing all of the miracles that he did, they woke Jesus up to tell him, begging him to save them because they were all gonna drown. He reprimanded them. You know what Jesus said? He said, "You of little faith, why are you so afraid? You of little faith." These were men of faith. They had faith in Jesus. They left everything to follow him, but they didn't have enough faith to not be afraid, even though they were with Jesus, the one who has all authority over nature and who had their back. I can't help but wonder, what would have happened if the disciples hadn't woken Jesus up? What if seeing him completely at rest, calm and peaceful, right in the middle of the storm, they would have grabbed their own blanket and laid down beside him and gone to sleep too? They could have said, if Jesus ain't worried, then we're not going to be worried. I'm not saying it's easy to have that kind of trust. In fact, you may have to bow down in a very desperate prayer. And you may have to remember the promises of God in his word that tells us in Deuteronomy 31:6, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you or forsake you." You see, when Jesus is with you in the boat, you don't need to be afraid or terrified. He knows exactly how this storm is going to turn out. He knows when the winds will die down, and he has promised to go through every moment with you. Whatever you're facing, take a deep breath, curl up next to Jesus, and know that everything is going to be just fine. He's got this. Jesus was showing us that there is no calamity, no trial, no crisis that can ever unhinge us. We can trust safely in Almighty God, and we will get through it in complete peace.